Welcome back to today's video. First, let's address this right here. I mean, it looks like a mosquito bite. The last time I had like a pimple this size, it's been a really long time. So just ignore this because it actually hurts. And it's very large. It looks like a mosquito bite, but I just wanted to address that first off because it looks like I got bit by a giant mosquito in the middle of Siberia or something. Okay. Siberia. Anyway, for today's video, I'm going to be doing a full review on the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Ring the Alarm palette. Honey, I have a story all about this, and the story goes like this. I've already filmed a review on this palette, and I even used this eyeshadow palette yesterday for a makeup look. And without giving too much away right off the bat, I don't know if it's me or I don't know if it's the palette. But the video I filmed the other day, it was not good. It was not a good situation. I'll probably just end up deleting the whole thing. And then the makeup look I did yesterday, I wasn't feeling it either. So today's gonna be an interesting video. I really don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm here to do a review for you. I mean, as I'm sure you can tell, I've already formed an opinion about this product. But today I'm going to try and use this once again. Hopefully the makeup look turns out better than the past 2 times. Anyway, this is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette like I mentioned. She created 4 different palettes with Morphe. This is the warm tone one called the Ring the Alarm palette. And then obviously she has 3 others. A purple palette, a like green and dark blue palette, and then there's like an earthy tone. It has like brown, green, just like all different, I would call them earthy tones. Each individual palette sells for $15. They're all sold out on Morphe right now. If you care to purchase this palette, go follow Jaclyn Hill or Morphe and they'll let you know when the restock is. They sell for $15 individually, and then they do have a vault, which is all 4 of them sold for, I believe, $50. That was the price in the Morphe store, I'm pretty sure. Wow, that rhymed. Okay. In each palette, there are 10 eyeshadows. First off, I do think that is a very good price. 10 eyeshadows for $15. Anyway, I did close-ups and like cinematic shots. So here you go. Here is the Morphe times Jaclyn Hill Ring the Alarm palette. So obviously there's a nice range of mattes and shimmers in the palette. I think there is a good balance. I don't think there's too many mattes or too many shimmers. I guess let's just hop into the eyeshadow look. I want to go for like a cat eye shape with this, so I'm going to take some Scotch tape. Alright, so I think the tape is pretty even. Now I'm going to go with the palette. I'm going to take Rush right here. And the first thing I noticed was A, they're very pigmented on the brush, and B, there's barely any powder that comes up from the eyeshadow, which means there's going to be less fallout. Sorry, my eye facial movements are going to be very limited because of this tape. Probably a good thing, but you know. Alright, and now I'm going to blend this in my crease and out to that tape. So clearly it's super pigmented. I do think this first shade blends out really, really, really well. I have absolutely no issues with it. You can tell even on the edges, like it blends out perfectly. Gotta make sure I don't light my hair on fire. So that first shade, loving. That went down great. Now I'm going to go and take Alert. Again, the same thing as Rush. There's barely any powder that comes up. And I'm going to do the exact same thing, just try and keep it a little bit lower in my crease. So I can see straight up that it is getting patchy right here. Right here, it's like, I mean, you can just tell it's patchy. So I'm going to try to blend this out the best I can. It's nothing major, but I mean, I can tell that it is patchy. Alright, we're going to move on because I know it won't blend out. Now I'm going to take a Morphe M433 brush. And I'm going to go in with Mugshot, which in the first video is where it all fell apart. So hopefully that won't happen today. It got really, really patchy. They're like incredibly pigmented. Maybe I just need to be blending them differently. Okay, so it was super patchy, but then I went in with Alert and it helped the situation. That looks pretty smooth actually. Okay, that's not bad. That's pretty good. Okay, so to me there's some pretty obvious patchiness happening right here. Forgive me for using that word a ton, I know, it's annoying. But I really have no other word. It ain't blending, that's the word. So I'm not gonna sit here and try to blend this out to far and great nations. I'm just going to stop now before I lose my mind, because the other day I was losing my mind. Okay. Now I'm going to go into Framed, which looks absolutely gorgeous. It's just like this beautiful purple shade. I take this on another Morphe brush. This is the M222 brush. Not 1 2, not 2 2s, but 3 2s. And I'm going to pack this on the outer V here. Okay, so honestly that went on pretty good. It doesn't really require much blending. I'm just packing on shadow. So I mean it looks really pretty to me. There's obviously some not so great bits in there, but it looks okay. Now I'm going to go with Secret, which is the darkest shade. I'm just going to define this wing even more. This is the best the shadows looked for the past 2 days, so we're getting somewhere. I have used these shimmers and golds with just a spray, and they did not look very good in my opinion. I'll insert like video footage of what it looked like with just a setting spray. So that's how that looked. I did yesterday use a cream shadow and the color looked much better. So that's what I'm going to use today. I'm going to carve out where I want the shimmer, and then I'll put one of the Jaclyn Hill shimmers down. I'm going to go into the Morphe palette and take On Camera, which is the gold. And that's what it looks like. It looks really pretty on the brush. And I'm just going to put that on over top. That looks really good actually. Okay, so I removed the tape and it looks pretty good to me. I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup off camera, and then I will come back to do my lower lash line and stuff like that. Okay, I have like translucent powder right over here. Don't mind that. Let's move on to the lower lash line. I'm going to go back into the eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to take Rush on the brush, and I'm just going to buff this on my lower lash line. Okay, then I'm going to take Mugshot. So I'm just doing the same exact steps, so I don't really feel like I need to go over this. I'm just going to buff this around a little bit, and then I'll be right back. So this right here is the finished look. I all around am really confused by this palette. When I was putting the shadows on, they looked patchy and they didn't look good. And then now that I'm all done with the makeup look, like I love it, and it's almost like they blended themselves. Like now I feel like the eyeshadow looks just fine. I have no issues with it. So to be totally honest with you, I'm really confused. I will say that the shimmery eyeshadow is a little weak. Like I couldn't see this coming from a mile away. It would be like a few inches away, you know? So to me, the shimmer isn't like amazing. It's good, but it's not amazing. As for the mattes, the pigmentation is insane. It's really good. The problem I was having is that it was super pigmented and it even was blending, but it was patchy. This isn't the worst thing ever. I've definitely used worse, but I've also definitely used better. And I am not bashing this brand. I'm not bashing Morphe or Jaclyn Hill. I think they had a cool idea going with these mini palettes. I'm not bashing them as a brand whatsoever. I just don't feel like this was Morphe quality or Jaclyn Hill quality. Either way, pretty much everything is on point in this palette except the fact that it's patchy. Anyway, that is my review. That is my video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Not bashing the brand, not bashing her, just giving my honest opinion and review of it. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And I really hope to see you in my next one. Bye.